Hello again, YouTube, and welcome back to Sakura Succubus 7. My name is MS-Punker1, and we are still here at the amusement park with the girls. Last video we went on the... what's the name? Roller coaster. And at least I seem to love it real much from what she looked like in the last video. But now it seems like we are going to just take a small break, at least with a bigger stuff, and just ride some teacups. Our conversation concluded. The five of us began to make our way to the teacups. The park is pretty crowded, like Elizabeth said earlier, and people keep joisting me. I do my best not to step on any toes, but it's hard. It's hard when the walkways are also congested. The sound of excitable shrieks fill in the air, mingled with the mechanical rear of roller coasters that surround us. It's a pretty warm day, despite it being early February, and the sun is beating down upon the top of my head. I'm starting to get kind of sweaty. I know there was a reason why I don't come to theme parks very often. I try to navigate my way through the crowd as best I can, but oof. In my attempts to keep pace with Cosmos, who's waving her way littered through the crowds, I bump into somebody. I stagger back, not the words for where, but the person I bumped isn't so lucky. Why do I have a feeling that this is where ghosts or a stalker? I hear a panic high-pitched squeal which can only belong to a woman, and then a dull thud. Did I knock her over? Gosh, I'm so sorry. Shamefaced, I look down and then... oh. I soon come face to face with a beauty. The room I knocked over is without a doubt gorgeous, despite being sprawled inelegantly upon the asphalt. This girl's face is so fair, it wouldn't seem out of place hanging on the wall of an art gallery. She looks like a kind of woman that painters would flock to. Heck, I feel pretty drawn to her myself. No, I'm not a painter, but I do have something of an artistic eye, being a photographer. And hers is a face I look to take a few snapshots of. Something about her appearance puts me in the mind of a vampire. Maybe it's the pale skin and the dark clothes, but there's a sweetness to her too. a certain kind of vulnerability. It looks very cute indeed. But wait a moment, what am I doing? Now isn't the time to stand around gaping. Thanks to my clumsiness, I bowled this poor girl over. I have to apologize to her at the very least. Are you alright? I extend my hand to the girl who is still sprawled on the ground. Can you stand? Let me help you, please. I really am sorry. The girl waves as I may offer to help, and my outstretched hand. The girl waves as I may offer to help, and my outstretched hand instead gets to her feet of her own volition. Her face flushing, she brushes down her skirt and offers me a bow. I haven't introduced myself yet. How do you know who I am? Oh, don't be like that. I was the one who bumped into you. You want me to take you to the restrooms? Maybe you need some tissue to wipe yourself down. I wouldn't want your dress to get dirty. Okay, you're calling more or less pushing you to the ground into being too good. Okay. The girl bows to me, then hastens to leave. Hey, wait! I call after her, still a little worried, but she seems determined to leave. She departs and soon she disappears, a slender back disappearing altogether into the crowd. I can't see any trace of her now. It's almost like she never existed. I stand there for a few moments, frowning. I'm not sure why exactly, but something felt a bit off about that whole encounter. And not just because of how unexpectedly beautiful the girl was. There was something strange about her. Yeah, she called you by name. It takes me a few moments to pinpoint what exactly is perturbing me, but when it does, I gasp with newfound understanding. How did that girl know my name? An hour later. A perturbed Ayu slumps down on a bench by the merry-go-round which our party just disembarked from. Folding one leg over the other, Ayu looks at me from beneath her eyelashes, then stabs a finger in my direction. Yes, that's my name. What do you want? Oh, okay. This request doesn't sound like it'd be too difficult to carry out. I was worried that you would ask me to do something truly outrageous, like, I don't know, bow down before her on the ground so she can use me as a footrest. I wouldn't put it past her. Procuring food for her should, by contrast, be a relatively simple task, and a far less embarrassing one too. Is there anything you want? It's February though, are you sure? I think you look fine. I'm not worried about that. I think you look fine as is. And I know you're a hard worker. I'm sure you shed any extra pounds soon enough. Not I append in summer head that a single ice cream should have such a drastic effect on your weight anyway. Eh? By the way, she is totally nervous or freaked out about it. Cosmos ears pick up at these. A normal flesh-colored human ones. No, not the cat ears balance on top of her head. Grinning, she takes a seat next to Ayu on the bench. Cosmos squeaks alarmed as Ayu drives her elbow into her side. You could say so. Stefania, who's none the wiser about the subject of Ayu's ramblings, looks at me curiously. She's... And that smug face of Cosmos too. Just to ask, how old are you exactly? Since I have a feeling that all of you Succubus are actually older when you look. That was a particularly animated performance from Ayu there. I knew she was upset that Mishama Shizuru, the once popular idol from the 90s, had released a new CD to rapturous acclaim. But I didn't realize she was quite this upset. And Ayu says Shizuru's a nobody. But nobody she surely has Ayu riled up. Right, so you want an ice cream, do you? And what flavor of ice cream do you want? Of course. Got it. What about the rest of you? Do you want something? Sure. I always thought bubblegum was a kind of strange ice cream flavor. Even bubblegum itself doesn't really have a flavor, but well, Cosmos is a strange girl. Guess it makes sense she plumped for one of the other flavors on the menu. And what about you, Steffi? Elizabeth? Was with that face then? Right, I'll be back in a sec. I'll make a quick mental note of these requested flavors. Strawberry for Ayu, bubblegum for Cosmos, vanilla for Stefania, mint chocolate chip for Elizabeth. And vacate the bench. The park is pretty crowded and it doesn't take long before I lose sight of the others. I hope I'll be able to find my way back. A sense of direction isn't too bad, but I'm getting pushed on the shoulder about an awful lot. If I was heroic in this situation, I would try to find something to use as a landmark before I go buy the ice cream, because like I said many times before, I think I have no sense of direction. I would probably get lost in my own apartment if it was bigger than it is. Oof. Vince, as inadvertently a girl nudges me with a sharp, pointy elbow. At least I think it's inadvertent, but oh, it's those girls again. Well, I already have one, so I don't need one. Maybe that nudge wasn't so inadvertent after all. Geez, that really hurt. Household girls nowadays are brutal. And I thought trying to communicate with aloof Yuki back in high school was a challenge. Speaking of Yuki. What? Well, yeah, speak of a devil. Yue? I do a double take, my eyes widening as I spy a familiar face among the crowds. It seems a little too perfect that she'd be here after my thoughts just so happened to drift in her general direction, but... well... that's how things often seem to go between the two of us. Whenever I start thinking of Yue, she seems to show up almost like magic. Maybe it's some kind of magnetism? I have no idea. It's a little creepy though, whatever it is. At least Yue herself isn't creepy. I'm happy to see her, even if this is quite a surprise. Yue is the ruler of the Succubus realm, and being a ruler, she has quite a penetrating gaze. Though Yue is younger than Marina and Hifumi, her presence is commanding. It's easy to understand just by looking at her, how she keeps her subjects under her thumb and in line. Yue was rather I can't read that, sorry. in regards to me too. It wasn't so very long ago that she kidnapped me and forced me to come to the Succubus realm with her, where she intended to make me her one and only. I was worried for a while that I'd be trapped in the Succubus realm for the rest of my days, but I was able to talk you around. It was through Aya's empathetic emotional address that you eventually changed her mind, and she let me go. Now you has conserved, albeit reluctantly, to being just one of my partners. She always allows me to date the other succubi, including Ifumi, her cousin, and Marina, her mortal enemy. But I still sometimes wonder whether she probably happy with this arrangement. You can be rather clingy, and it doesn't help that as the ruler of a Succubus realm, you can't spend much time together. You is often in the Succubus realm while I have my own life in Tokyo to live. I hope she doesn't feel too left out. Hey there, what are you doing here? Of course not. I'm very flattered you came all the way by here. But are you sure you're alright with this place? I glance about the theme park and all the crowds of people that throng it. My brow furrowed. It's pretty crowded, not to mention noisy. I know you don't like these sorts of places. I've been on dates with Yuva before, back when she attended my high school. And I thought she was called Yuki. It's a long story. But we never went to congested places like theme parks. I probably said that one of those words wrong, but whatever. I know even back then that Yuva didn't care for people. She made her general disdain for humanity quite apparent. When we didn't go on dates, we often went instead to cozy cafes or for walks in the countryside. You approaches me, then links her arm through mine. Yue? As I all thoughts of ice cream driven from my mind as Yue rests her head against my shoulder. I can feel her long, sleek hair brushing against my cheek. Can smell too the distinctive scent of her shampoo. Yue feels very soft, not to mention warm. I missed you too. Of course, I wish we could talk more often. Well, no, I know that there's a few logistic, logistical issues there. Eva shakes her head. A quirk and eyebrow at least, amused as my eyes play across Yu's profile. Did you pay the entry fee to come here then? I guess it would, yeah. But I'm sorry. I laugh and can't help myself. Not when you look so affronted. There's something pretty funny about the thought of you paying for a ticket to come here when you could just teleport past the ticket barrier. I know you do, and you are. I think you're very, very upstanding indeed. It's cute. You harumps, whatever that is. No? I wanna say both of these, since the top one is true. But we can't really deny royal order. Of course it would be. I don't even need to think about it. How can I say no to my adorable girlfriend? Ayu is gonna be pissed, but sure. But I think that's a good point to end this video at. So, hope you liked it, and if you did so, leave a like to it as usual, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!